First, we're going to start off with the silver quarter from 1939, and the first thing you want to look for on your 1939 D mint marks is the re-punched mint mark. So we can see here in the image the D being re-punched. You can look for that with your coin microscopes, which I have available on couchcollectibles.com. Now this quarter here sold for over $100 because of its grade of a mint state 64 and because it has that re-punched mint mark that we just looked at. So always be on the lookout for that re-punched mint mark. Let's move on to the 1939 no mint mark. You want to look for doubling on the front of the coin. So look for that there on the lettering, the word Liberty, as well as on the phrase "In God We Trust." You want to look for that doubling there as well. Now for the S mint mark, you also want to look for doubling. So again, look for that on the phrase "In God We Trust," as well as on the date 1939 itself. So always be on the lookout for that double die obverse. Now here's an example of a 1939 S with that doubling. It's got that DDO, double die obverse, and this coin sold for around $195, so nearly a $200 quarter. It's also graded at a mint state 64, which of course helps its value as well. Now here's a 1939 proof coin. Now this coin sold for over $7,800. It's graded at a proof 68. And wow, that coin is just in excellent condition. Got some nice little toning to it there. And yeah, almost an $8,000 coin. Now also for your 1939, you want to look for the D over the S mint mark. You see here on the coin slab, it's got the over mint mark. And here on the reverse is where you want to look for that. So zoom in. So go to your D mint marks, look for the D over the S, as well as the re-punch mint mark that we talked about. So this coin here sold for over $800 because of that grade and because of the D over the S mint mark. Now for your 1939 no mint marks, this coin sold for over $8,000 because of its high grade of a mint state 68. Now if you find a 1939 and it's in horrible condition, then it's not going to sell for these prices. It's got to be that high grade or have some kind of type of error on it that's going to give it value. So $8,000 for that coin. For the 1939 D mint mark, now this coin here is graded at a mint state 67, solely valuable because of its high grade. This coin sold for over $1,900. And for the 1939 S high graded coin, this coin doesn't have any types of errors either, and this coin sold for over $9,000 because of its grade. So keep that in mind. Condition is always a huge factor when determining any coin's value. Let's check out these other coins that are worth money. You have the 1961 P, which means Philadelphia Mint, and that does not have a mint mark. And then you have the 1961 D that does have the D mint mark. Alright, so for the no mint mark Philadelphia Minted, you see that they produced over 37 million of these coins. Now these coins are 90% silver. Alright, so for the 1961D, they made actually more of those. They made 83 million of those coins. And again, 90% silver coin. And actually for the 1961D, you want to look for this. This is what you call an RPM. So you see how there's two D mint marks there. You see the one coming up above the top and going around? That is a re-punched mint mark in RPM. And that will give the coin a little bit of value. Now here's another example of that RPM as well. So that is pretty cool. There are different examples of RPMs out there. Now you can look for these with a USB coin microscope. I have those available on couchcollectibles.com. Link is always in the description below. Now here's an example of a 1961 quarter that has that RPM, that re-punched mint mark. Now this quarter here sold for over $84. So nothing crazy on that one, but if you get into like extremely high graded coins, like this is a 1961D that sold for over $8,200. Now this coin doesn't have any types of errors or anything like that. This coin is just an extremely high graded coin, and it's got some crazy looking toning on it. So this quarter here, again, over $8,000 it sold for. All right, for the 1961 no mint mark. Now this is a high graded coin again, so that is what makes the coin valuable, a mint state 67. So this coin here, because of the high grade, sold for over $9,700. $9,700. Alright guys, don't forget to subscribe in the middle. Check out the videos to the left of me. And until tomorrow, I will see you all in the comment section below. This is Couch Collectibles, and this is where I disappear.